Pararameshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Yo Nityamachyutabadam Bhajayugmarugma Vyamohatastaditarani Trinayamene Asmadguroh Bhagavato Siddhaika Sindho Ramanujasya Charano Sharanam Prabhadhye. Yasya Smaranamatreena Dvaitavasana Pramuchyate Bodhatmakaya Namastasmai Bhagavate Shri Ramanamarshye Hridakashe Sadabhantam Shantamananda Rubinam Jnanabad Muhammade Sadgurum Shri Satyasayinam Mantrayaminam Satchidananda Swarupam Hridyastiti Sadabhati Priyam Nikila Nikamarthasaram Yasya Suramuni Janavandya Padabjadvandvam Bhakta Chitta Abhiramam Yatta Prasarati Parimala Prema Pravaham Tameva Mama Sarvam Viharati Prashanti Nilaye Sakshat Brahma Tattvam Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranata Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Nama Sankirtanam Yasya Sarvapava Pranashanam Pranamo Dukkashamanaha Tam Namami Harim Param Sarvatra Govinda Nama Sankirtanam Ahituki Apratihata. Right at the beginning, we spoke about the nature of bhakti, how bhakti should be. And two words were used in that context, ahituki apratihata. Ahituki means causeless. Apratihata means ceaseless. Causeless, there should be no cause, no reason for bhakti. Love for God should exist purely for the sake of that love itself. Then alone can it be called true bhakti or prema. Where love exists for any other reason, then it is mixed with selfishness. We are loving Him because of something that it means to us. And we tend to also think of Him in relationship with us, ourselves. Yesterday we spoke about the episode of Bhagavan remembering Vidura. And as sweet as that sounds, that the Lord should remember the devotee. But for Vidura himself, if he says, oh, he remembered me, how blessed I am, Vidya Maya. At best we can call it Vidya Maya, because there is still a me that he is remembered, and that me is identified with his name and form. The total loss of identity does not happen even when we become the recipients of grace. Oh, he showered grace upon me. When can that prema attain its ultimate fruition, completion? Only when we discard these dehatma bhava, this limited identity, kinship that we have with this body mind, and instead realize this truth, this Bhagavan to be the Atma. It is only when that relationship between him and us ceases to be between two individuals but actually becomes the perception of the Atma, he is the Atma here. Understanding alone will completely do away with all identification. Thereafter, what flows is called bhakti. One may think that bhakti leads to jnana, and in reality, jnana leads to parama prema. Because there is no individual self at all here, he alone exists, Father alone is, nothing else and nobody else. That is the state of parama prema. Parama jnana alone can bring about that state of parama prema. And therefore, even for bhakti, what is the starting point? Getting rid of dehatma bhava is still the starting point even for bhakti. Getting rid of dehatma bhavana, getting rid of this identification with the body. How is this identification with the body supported? Our likes and dislikes go on to support or reinforce our identification with this body mind. One small example that supports this body mind identification, our likes and dislikes. Our comforts, our comfort and the luxuries that we seek, these also go to support our body identification. But on the other hand, if you go on completely and forcibly denying these comforts, they also will support your body identification. Oh, I like this, so I should give it up. I like this, I should give it up. It's also again going back to the I only. So, getting rid of this Dehatma Bhava is actually very subtle, because whatever you use to get rid of it also is only reinforcing it, keeps feeding back to it. The easiest and the best way to do it is through prema, because when you fall in love with somebody, you give an example, you all have gone to Prashanti, you've been to Parthi, some of you have been in the early days to Parthi. What was there in Prashanti in those days? Apart from Swami, what was there? What manner of comfort was there? What manner of easy life was there? It was so hard. Hours together people had to sit and sit and sit. From the morning 4 o'clock the lines, 2 o'clock the lines would start for the lots. And we would get up early, go and wait in that line, oru line for just picking the lot. Adhikapram waiting till 6 o'clock, you're let inside. Then you go and sit until Swami comes for a small short darshan. That's very cool, you have to keep sitting. Then again repeat the same thing in the evening. So much discomfort. The heat, the noise, or the humidity, the smells, the sounds, everything was an assault. And unmindful of all of that, we sat and sat and sat. What helped us, what made us overcome all our natural propensities? The love that we had for Swami made us so easily forget all our bodily discomforts and difficulties, and we were able to tide over all of that. Jitasano, Jitashvaso, Nachano. Jitasanam da idu, oru vidathala. Hours together, those who had no experience of sitting cross-legged, Westerners would come and they would sit. Their lives, perhaps only when they were toddlers wearing diapers, they may have sat on the ground. Even they would sit with painful joints and knees, but keep chilly, but sit. What helped them? Love becomes the easiest way, the smoothest way, as it were, to naturally attain this bodily detachment. Slowly free ourselves from this body-mind. I am not this every night. And it was amply rewarded when Bhagavan came out for darshan, as he sailed through. Everything was forgotten. The hours of discomfort were forgotten, and you became ready for the next round, for the next darshan. But until this detachment from the body is permanent, prema, whatever prema we are able to show towards him, will still be polluted to some extent with our selfishness only, with our dehabhimana. For it to become complete, we have to get rid of all bodily identification. Let's go back to the story of Prahlada. All kinds of tortures were implemented on Prahlada by his own father, Hiranyakashipu. Tried to finish him, kill him off, but nothing worked. No matter what he tried, Prahlada was able to come out of it unscathed. Not only that, he came back with great excitement and narrated to his father, "They threw me from the mountain, Papa." And what happened? It was nice, wing, I came down. And Anjavesu Kondadane, a 5-year-old boy said, I came down. The poor guards, they climbed up the mountain carrying him and threw him down. Before they could return to the palace, this fellow was back there. And they had to still climb down. He flew down. Hiranyakashipu wanted to get him trampled by wild elephants, maddened elephants. Adhanala they put him in the ground and let the elephants run over him. Elephants are all coming. Before, as a kid, whenever his birthday came, his father would make him ride on top of the elephant, sitting on top of the elephant. So now lying down on the ground as he watches those big elephantine feet coming near him, he thought, oh, I have sat on top of the mountain, now I'll know what it feels to be below the elephant. I was on the top of the elephant, now I'll know what it is to see below the elephant. But everything became a play for him. Everything was simply a sport for him because he did not even recognize or realize. முன்னாடியே சொல்லிட்டுமே ந வேத ஜகதீத்ருஷம் நான் இதெல்லாம் பார்க்கல நானுசந்தாத்தயே தானி கோவிந்த பரிரம்பிதா. His love for Bhagavan was so much, his absorption in that self was so much that even though all of these things were going on around him, he was not even aware of anything. அப்படி ஒரு exalted state. No matter what was tried, when nothing worked, Hiranyakashipu himself was plunged into doubt. And he thought, I did tapasya and propitiated Brahma and got from him a whole host of boons. Did those boons skip me and go to Prahalada instead? He's not hurt by weapons, he's not hurt above, he's not hurt below, he's not hurt inside, he's not hurt outside. இது கூட inherit ஆயிடுமா? Genetic inheritance. Boons are also inherited. Boons are not inherited. Prahalada's sthiti is not because of any boon given to him because of tapasya. Venga tapas pannan. 5-year-old child, where did he have the time to do tapasya? Tapasya is not required to please the Lord. Long hours, long years are not required to please the Lord. Oru kshanam poruma. To please him, 1 second of pure unadulterated love is enough. Why is 1 second enough? Now, before that second is over, he will be next to you. That's the power of pure love. The power of pure love is he will, even if he wants to wait and check and see whether your love is sustainable. Pure love. Let it see whether it will at least last 5 minutes. Then I will come. But even if Bhagavan makes a resolve, the second this love arises in our heart, apave tat kshaname, Bhagavan will enter into the heart. He cannot resist that love. He cannot even wait to see whether that love is real or permanent and so on. The moment that pure love makes its appearance, the next instant, hridyavarudyate trakritibihi susrushibhistakshanat. Tat kshanat, that very instant, Bhagavan will become yours. Upon 1 second of pure love is all we are trying to get. Over a long life we have been given for what purpose now? 1 second, kshanam, or kshanathuku, if we can get that kind of prema where we have forgotten this little identity. தன்னை அழித்தெழுந்த தன்மையானந்தருக்கு என்னை உளதொன்று ஏற்றுதற்கு. அந்த தன் இழப்பு, losing this self, ஒரு க்ஷணத்துக்கு இருந்தா போருமா? தத் க்ஷணாத் Bhagavan will come. After Bhagavan comes, and upon total loss only individuality. We don't have to do anything. That is why Swami says, you take 1 step and I will take 100. You take 1 step, after that what happens? He is installing himself in our heart, will make that prema permanent. Will make that tannilappu permanent. அதுக்கப்புறம் என்ன பண்ணுவான்னா, ஆண்ட அன்றே ஆவியுடல் கொண்டாய்னு சொன்னார். என்ன Bhagavan says, அண்ணாமலையாய் அடியேனை ஆண்ட அன்றே ஆவியுடல் கொண்டாய். The day you came into my heart, that very day you stole away my identity. चाप तिलक सब छीन ली रे, नैना मिलाए के. चाप तिलक सब छीन ली रे, नैना मिलाए के. A Sufi saint sings this. A Muslim Sufi saint says to his guru, he says, the day you met eyes with me, you stole my identity away. The identity loss is not just in our Shastra, it is there everywhere. He says, chapu tilak, my insignias that determine who I am, my identifiers. You stole everything away. You simply exchanged glances with me. You met my eyes, and with that, everything was taken away. After that, now I am just your banda. I am just your slave after that. What is your identity now? I have no identity. Hanuman goes to Lanka and they ask him, "Oi, who are you, monkey?" Who are you? Her name is Hanuman. Vayuputran, Rudravataram, incarnation of Rudra, son of Vayu, the student of Surya, The identity, na, idalane identity. My parents are so and so, my name is such and such, my parents are so and so, my guru, my teacher is so and so. Idella chalona manna. Nothing, no identifiers. Dasoham Kosalendrasya Ramasya Klishtakarmanaha. Ramaroda Duta Dasa. I am a slave of Rama. What about your identity now? That is my identity. I am Rama's slave. I belong to Rama. That is not identity. I am not mine. I am Rama's. This belonging to Rama is what Rama refers to when Vibhishana comes to him and he says, Sakrideva Prapannaya Tavasmi Chayachate. I am yours. If I am yours, then there is nothing of mine, nothing left of me. It is simply yours. Whatever you want to keep me as, whatever you want to make of me, however you want to use me, that is up to you. Enna meduvo adishayvai. From now on, you do as you please. That handing over Atma Samarpana Bhavam irukke, Atma Nivedanam irukke, adhan the loss of identity will occur only with that. This is the state in which Prahlada was when Hiranyakashipu saw that he could not do anything to Prahlada. He became very despondent. Chanda Namarka came and said, give us one more chance, we will take him back. In a short while, our father Shukracharya will return. After he comes, what we cannot do also, he will be able to accomplish. Adanal, don't worry, send him back. It doesn't behove of you to be so depressed. You are the Asura Raja. Send this fellow with us. Shari po, out of sight, out of mind, and Amchupta. Prahlada went back to the Gurukula. Once again, the teachers tried to train him. Simply listening to everything. What useless education. Karpar Ramabhirana Yellal Matrum Karparo. If there's anything worth learning, it is Bhagavan. Everything else, something is all useless anyway. Everything will ultimately become invalid after some time. Everything is invalid. The technology is changing. World is changing. What you thought was good once upon a time, now you are told is actually bad. Medical field, in those days, doctors used to prescribe a certain medication for all the ladies. Morning sickness, take this. Thalidomide. Very good. Immediate relief. No nausea. Have it. No nausea, no child also. Children were born with all kinds of problems after that. Then they discovered, this is what is instruction. Do not ever prescribe that terrible thing. The knowledge that you have is useless. It's a waste. Pluto. Can there be a greater? They suddenly decided and declared Pluto is no longer one of the 9 planets. Who are you to declare? How dare you declare? I studied. I went to school and studied. I was struggling to remember that one name. I remembered 8 and I lost out because I forgot that one name. Now you come and say it is not even a planet. How dare you? Reimburse me for my time. How foolish. Look how foolish it is. Everything is like that. Suppose it never changes also. Even then it is useless. Even then it is useless. You can study everything. Calculus. You study calculus. What will you be able to use with calculus? Will you be able to determine when you are going to die? Or will you be able to stop it from happening? Will you be able to be happy by knowing calculus? What is the use of such a thing? Useless. Useless. All worldly education is useless. So can we stop studying? Is it so easy? Then how will you get rid of your sins? You have committed all kinds of sins in your past birth, and how can you escape studying? Study. Go through the grind, go through that grill, go through that nonsense, and come out at the other end after getting rid of your sins. People go to school for what now? In my definition, people go to school because they have sinned. The accumulated sins is why you have to go to school, study, write exam. Escape. Now what has happened? The government has made it compulsory for you to study. See, it is illegal to not study. There's so much sin is there that government was forced to make people study so that sins can go away. Similarly, we work. Everything that we do is only to get rid of our karma. Oh, I got admission in great school. More sin. Others did not do so much sin. You did so much sin, you have to get private education. Privately your sins will be taken care of. நீ பண்ண சின்னுக்கு உனக்கு பிரைவேட் தான், உனக்கு பப்ளிக் எல்லாம் சரிப்பட்டு வராது. So he went back to the Gurukula, did not pay any attention there. He was simply sitting in meditation. All the students, the other boys, they all saw this Prahlada sitting very quietly and calmly. Prahlada, come and play with us. How quiet talk on the sitting quietly. Partha, he opened his eyes, saw them. They were all, however, these children, they had minds that had not yet been corrupted by all the evil asuric qualities. Bala na dushita dhiyaha dvandvara merite hitaihi. Their minds were not corrupted yet by dualities of the world. Small children, among classmates, similar age. As we grow up, what happens? Our parents do a great good help for all of us. Since they have given birth to us and feed us and bring us up, they believe that they are well within their rights to corrupt us also. And therefore, they fill our heads with all kinds of nonsense. As parents, that's the best that they do. They study hard, study well, you have to get a good job, you have to earn a lot of money, then you will get married, then you will have children like us, then you can suffer like us, so do it all. They put all this nonsense into our heads. As small children, what will they teach? In those days, I still remember whenever we went and fell at the feet of elderly grandparents or tatas and parties. Nanna padichu, nanna mark vaangi, nanna vela paathu. You fall at their feet, they'll give blessings galore. They feel so much love they have, so generous they are with their blessings, their non-stop blessings. Nanna padichu, nanna mark vaangi, nanna first rank vaangano. That's standard blessing. You must study well, you must get good marks, get first rank in school. That's blessing. Standard are going, this is the blessing they will give you. Minds naturally become corrupted. We also start thinking that is what we should do, that is what we should do. Dharmam. So these boys, their minds were not yet corrupted. The Shanda and Amarka were doing their best to corrupt them. But somehow, children, they were not so engrossed in education. And they were helpful at the work. They were busy playing dum dum damal, play. That was busy for them. They would play. Sport was more of an interest thing to them. Dadi pasanga ella. What body dana ni yaar matengiradhu Mandela. What was taught in class didn't go inside. Naturally didn't go inside. Lot of blockage. But that worked out to their advantage. Because of that, they were not corrupted. Prahlada could catch hold of them. Puducham Prahlada, he called all of them, come all of you, come here. So they all came and surrounded Prahlada. Prahlada was the prince of the realm. So naturally they have to respect him. But more than that, he was very sweet, very lovable. So even more than his status as a prince was his approachability. And everybody naturally came, flocked around him. Yes, Prahlada, tell us, what game are we going to play? Game Kaumara acharet prajño dharman bhagavatan iha durlabham manusham janma tadapi adruvam artadam yata hi purushasyeha vishnoho padopasarpanam yadesha sarvabhutanam priyaha atmeshwaraha suhrit. He looked at all of them and said, this life that we have got is very valuable, very precious. It is with great difficulty that we are born with a human life. This kind of a human life has been given to us only through some kind of merit that we have done. So with great difficulty we have acquired this. Adinala, don't waste this time. Right from childhood itself, start following this Bhagavata Dharma. Bhagavata Dharma should be practiced by us from childhood. What is Bhagavata Dharma? Yatahi Purushasyeha Vishnoho Padopasarpanam Yadesha Sarvabhutanam Priyaha Atmeshwaraha Suhrit. The purpose of life, what is called as Bhagavata Dharma, which should be practiced right from childhood, is simply this: go and surrender to the Lord Vishnu. Go and surrender to Bhagavan. Seek him. Pada Upasarpanam, get close to his feet and stay there. Why? Because he is Sarvabhutanam Priyaha. He is the beloved one for all people. Atmaha, he is the self. Ishwaraha, he is the Lord. Suhrit, he is the friend. What is God? God is, Prahlada defines God here for us. Prahlada says God is our best friend, our most beloved, our Lord and self. He is our very self. He is our friend. He is our well-wisher. He is our beloved. He is the Lord. He is the self. Since he is all of this, he alone should be sought. He alone is worth seeking in this life which we have attained with so much difficulty. The Vedas declare that this life is 100 years at the most. Pumso varsha shatam hi ayuhu. 100 years is given to us as the full lifespan. Adila, not many people reach 100. Most people fall short of that 100 mark. Of whatever is that we live, of that what happens? Ardham chajitatmanaha nishpalam yadasau ratriyam shete andam prapitastamah Vedanur prayam nuru padiyum urangi pohum. Of the 100 years that has been allotted to us as the lifespan, half of it is gone in sleep alone. Fully half of our lifespan goes away in dark sleep. What about the rest? Mugdasya balye kaumare kridato yati vimshatihi jaraya grasta dehasya yatya kalpasya vimshatihi. First 20 years are spent in the ignorance of childhood, in the playfulness of boyhood. The last 20 years are spent only in diseases and old age. How many years were left? 100 years was the total. 50 has been taken out because of sleep. Remaining is only 50. Of that 50, 20 is gone in ignorance. 20 is gone in disease and old age. 10 is left. 10 years of prime life is left. The 10 edhula porudhu appadina Durapurena kamena mohena chabaliyasa shesham griheshu saktasya pramattasya payatihi. The rest 10 years thane micham. The 10 years is gone in trying to fulfill this insatiable desire and lust that is there in the body. And that which comes as a result of it, the family, attached to the family, working for that family, slaving for that family, the rest of the time is gone. Your life is finished. What have you done? 100 years was given, 50 years you slept. Of the other 50 years, 20 years you played, 20 years you bemoaned your diseases, 10 years you are lost in trying to satisfy your desires and fulfilling your responsibilities. What is left in your life now? Tata bye bye, you are dead, only funeral is left. This is how we are leading our lives. Lives that have been acquired through great merit of several births. Should not waste our lives like this. Prahlada tells his own classmates. This is not how we should waste our lives. On the other hand, what should we do? Bhagavan rakane. Please him, go and seek the Lord, please that Lord, and be with him. But these children asked, who is this Lord, how to please him? Even first of all, who is he? Who is he and how should he be pleased? Is it a very difficult task to please him? Because if it is difficult, we don't want to do. And laziness is inbuilt in all of us. If it is hard, we don't want to do. What do we want to do? Naturally, what do we try to do? We try to take shortcuts. In anything that requires a lot of physical effort, first thing we do is take shortcuts. We have to walk to school. We used to walk to the bus stand. The first thing we will do is look for all shortcuts. Jump over this, climb over the short. We always want to make it so that we struggle the least. These children asked, is a lot of struggle? Prahlada said, Nahi achyuta prinayato bahuvayaso asuratmajaha atmavat sarvabhutanam siddhatvad iha sarvataha. Great effort is not required to please Bhagavan because he is already present in our hearts. Atmavat, as the Atma, he is present in all of us. Not only in all of us, Paravareshu bhuteshu brahmantastavarādishu bhautikeshu vikareshu bhuteshu atamahatsu cha guneshu gunasamyecha gunavyatikare tatha ekayeva parohyatma bhagavan ishvaro vyayaha. In all beings, starting from Brahma down to the smallest creature, he is present. In the mightiest of the mighty, he is present. In the lowliest of the lowest, he is present. He is present when the gunas are in equilibrium. He is present when the gunas are agitated. Ellathriyum he is present. The all-pervading Lord, ekayeva hi parohyatma. He alone is. He alone is. We are not. We are but appearances of his. He alone exists. He is the Atma, he is Bhagavan, he is Ishvara, he is the Lord. And how is he living within us? Pratyagatmat swarupena drishya rupena cha swayam vyapya vyapaka nirdeshyo hi anirdeshyo avikalpitaha. He is present within us as the Pratyagatma Swarupa. The Atma that is present within us is him only. And the Atma Swarupame Avanda. Not only that, he is also present as all that which you see. Drishya Rupena Chasvayam. He is the seer and he is the seen. You open your eyes and you see all this. What are you actually seeing? You are seeing God. If you are seeing God, who is seeing through you? That is also God. So who is the seer? It is God. Who is seeing everything? God. What is he seeing? God. Ramana Bhagavan was once sitting and gazing at Arunachala, the mountain. Somebody came and asked him, Bhagavan, enna paakirathu? Bhagavan enna paakirathu? What is Bhagavan seeing? What is Bhagavan looking at? Bhagavan's reply was, Yennaye paakaren oi. Yennaye paakaren oi. I am seeing myself. What are you seeing? I am seeing myself. What is seen is also him. Who is seeing is also him. Parpanum, Sherpadamum, Aruliyum, Attanayum, Thanam, Avan. Sittiramum, Parpanum, Sherpadamum, Aruliyum, Attanayum, Thanam, Avan. Ulladanarpadu Bhagavan's words. Where Bhagavan says, the canvas upon which this painting called the world has been drawn. The painting, the canvas, the painting, the seer of this painting, the light with which this painting is seen, everything is him alone. He alone exists, nothing else. He alone exists, nothing else. Abdingra truth Bhagavan explains in this manner. Athaninga, Prahlada is teaching to his friends, his classmates. Kevalananda Swarupaha Parameshwaraha. Kevalanubhavananda Swarupah Parameshwaraha. Mayaya antarhitaishcharya iyate gunasargaya. He is the Ananda Swarupa. Bhagavan's nature is that of bliss. What kind of bliss? Experiential bliss. What kind of experience? Experience of one's own existence. Kevala Anubhava Ananda Swarupa. He is bliss, not textbook bliss, not the bliss that you read of in books that say, oh, there is a great bliss. Experience Panda Anubhava Ananda. Anubhava of what? Abdina Kevala Anubhavananda Swarupam. And the Kaivalyathnudia Anubhava. There is only one. One alone exists. When you recognize that one alone exists, when you experience that one alone exists, you are filled with an extraordinary bliss. That bliss is called God. Therefore, since this is his nature, this is who he is, அப்படிங்கிறதுனால தஸ்மாத் சர்வேஷு பூதேஷு தயாம் குருத சௌஹ்ருதம் ஆசுரம் பாவமுன்முச்ச யயா துஷ்யேத் யதோக்ஷஜா. Therefore, have compassion for all beings. Love all. Prahlada says, love everybody because there is actually no everybody, there is only Hari. Bhagavan alone exists, there are no others than Bhagavan, therefore love him. Keep on meditating upon him. Keep calling out his name. Love him, surrender to him. He alone exists. Give up all this asuric tendencies, demonic qualities, demonic tendencies in you that separate you from others. But these boys were all quite curious. They all asked Prahlada, we go to the same school like you do. Our teachers are the same. We admit we didn't pay much attention in class. But still, this kind of thing would have caught our attention. Teachers never taught this. Did you go for special classes? Did they take you specially and teach you all these things? Who taught you all these things? They asked, who is your guru? Who taught you this? Name. Prahlada then said, I'll tell you how I learnt all these things. When my father went to do tapasya to propitiate Brahma, at that time, my mother was pregnant with me. Indra, the god of all the devas, became afraid of my father's power. And so he thought he will kidnap my mother and keep her as hostage in order to bring my father under his control. So he kidnapped her and was taking her away when Devarshi Narada happened to cross tracks with Indra. Looking at my mother, immediately Narada admonished Indra and he said, what are you doing? How can you steal somebody's wife like this? That too when she is pregnant. No, that fellow is already very powerful, and if his child is born, child might be even more so, therefore I will keep him under my control. Narada at that time told Indra, no, you hand over this woman to my care, I will look after her. The child that you are fearing is actually going to be a Paramahari Bhakta, give him to me, is born with the aspect of the divine. He took my mother into his shelter, into his care, and took her to his ashrama. And during the months of her pregnancy, she spent her time there. And while she was there, he used to teach the highest truth to her. He used to tell the truth, keep on repeating the highest tattva to her. Rishihi karunikastaya. Because of his karuna in his heart, he used to dharmasya tattva jnanam cha. He used to expound this tattva jnanam to my mother. Anna, because of her one, because of her own tamas. Second, because she was pregnant. She would fall asleep. She didn't listen to any of these things. She fell asleep. She forgot those instructions. She did not have the capacity to retain them. However, due to the blessings of that Rishi, I who was in the womb heard everything. I heard everything. And everything I remember. I still remember everything that my Guru Narada taught me. Therefore, you listen to me. Listen to my words. My words are my Guru's words. If you have faith in my Guru's words, you will also attain the state that I have attained. He is freely giving it to all his friends. What is the teaching? Atma nityo avyayaha shuddhaha ekaha kshetrajnaha ashrayaha avikriyaha swadrik hetuhu vyapako asangi anavritaha एतै द्वादशभिर् विद्वानात्मनो लक्षणैः परैः अहं ममेत्य सद्भावं देहादौ मोहजं त्यजेत्. The teaching that my Guru gave me, I will give you. What did Narada teach Prahlada? Abdingirat comes out here. Vichitrama irukkum. Narada is the author of Bhakti Sutras. Vyasa is the author of Brahma Sutras. What did Narada teach Kayatu, the mother of Prahlada? And thereby Prahlada. Really his intention is to teach Prahlada only. He caught hold of the mother because mother is a gone case, at least teach the child. Teach the child, he caught hold of the child in the womb. Narada's great social experiment it is. We will talk about it later. Caught hold of this child and filled his ears with not Bhakti Sutras, Atma Sutra. The seed for Bhakti, Parama Prema, not ordinary Bhakti. If Narada had taught him ordinary Bhakti, this boy would not have heard Prahlada's story at all. Instead, he wanted to make this Prahlada the Bhakta Shikhamani, Bhakta Shironmani, Bhakta Samrajya Chakravarti, the emperor of the empire of Bhaktas. Adanala, what did he teach him? He taught him the fundamentals. He said, Atma Nityaha, Atma is eternal. Atma is indestructible. Atma is pure. Atma alone is. Atma is the knower. This body is merely the field, inert. Atma is the refuge. Atma is without any actions. Atma is the self-luminous witnessing itself. Swadrikh. It is the cause of all causes. Hetuhu. It is sarvavyapakaha. It is all-pervading in the form of consciousness. Asangi, it is unattached to the body. Anavrataha, it is not contaminated or covered up by ignorance. These are the 12 characteristics of the Atma. Appadinu, Atma Tattvam was taught to little Prahlada when he was in the womb of the mother. Why teach Atma Tattva for Bhakti? Appadina, if you still consider yourself as the body and the mind and connect to God as the body and the mind, your bhakti will always be a notch less. Because it will be selfish. It will be selfish. If you have forgotten this little self and identify yourself with the Atma, I am not this body, I am the Atman. If you are able to stay Apadan, your bhakti will reach its fulfillment. Apadan Prahlada's bhakti will arise. Otherwise, we will be afraid. If you think you are the body mind and somebody throws you from the top of the hill, what will happen to you? You will come down screaming. Even if in the end nothing happens to you, how will your fall be? Or if you know they are taking you to the top of the hill to push you down, how will your journey up be? No, leave me, please, leave me. Kathindadane pove. Anandama Prahladan pona, Anandama is coming down. How did that Ananda come? Fearlessness is there. How did that fearlessness come? I am not the body, so why should I be afraid of the body? No. I am not this body mind, so why should I be bothered with it? If it lives, it lives. If it goes, it goes. Who created it? He created it. It will live as long as he wants it to live. If he wants it to not live, it will go away. Tvai rakshati rakshakaihi kimanyaihi Tvai cha rakshati rakshakaihi kimanyaihi Iti nischitadihi shrayami nityam Nrihare Vegavati Tatashrayanthva. Swami Deshikan, Vedanta Deshikan sings looking at Narasimha in Kanchipuram. Kamasika Narasimha Rapata Cholra Narasimha. Hey Nrihare, hey Narasimha. Who is protecting me? You are protecting me. If you are protecting me, as long as you are protecting me, who else do I need to protect? Who else should be there to protect me? If you are there, you alone are enough. On the other hand, if you decide to stop protecting me, who can protect me? Even if the entire world comes around to protect me, who can protect me? If you wish to protect me, I require nobody else. If you decide not to protect me, nobody can help. Apo, what is left for me to do? Iti nischitadihi, with this firm conviction, Shrayami nityam, I have surrendered to you eternally. Nrihare, Narasimha, I have surrendered to you. Apdiye complete Swami Deshikan surrenders. What is the root for that? This knowledge, this detachment. If you are afraid, if suppose this God can't protect me, I better go and seek another God. And what you will want to run to some other God. This God can't protect me, I will go to some other God. There was a very Rama Bhakta Rottar, a great Bhakta of Rama, Ramabhadra Dikshitar. Very devoted to Sri Ramachandra. Constantly meditating on Rama, singing Rama's songs and so on, and lived his life like this. He was afflicted with a severe colicky pain, severe abdominal pain. And no matter what he tried, nothing worked. All medicines, nothing worked. Apo, he encountered somebody, an astrologer, Madhuri, somebody. And they said, for this kind of pain, there are two gods that you can worship. Either go to Tirupati. Tirupati Venkateshwara is known for relieving all these stomach-related ailments. Or go to Vaidyanatha, Shiva in the form of Vaidyanatha, the Lord of Medicine, Vaidishan and Kovilla. he is also known for relieving stomach ailments. Adhanal, if you go to one of these temples and pray to one of these gods, your stomach problems may come to an end. அப்போ இவருக்கு இருக்கிற பக்தி விசுவாசம் என்ன சொன்னாராம்? If my Rama is not capable of relieving my pain, I do not wish for this pain to go away. My Rama knows my pain. And if my Rama is not willing to cure me of my pain, why should I go anywhere and seek relief from this pain? என்று சொன்னார். அவிவிசாரிணி பக்தின்னு பேர் இதுக்கு. அவ்யபிச்சாரிணி பக்தி. இந்த பக்தி அப்படின்னா chaste பக்தி. There is a woman, she wanted her husband to buy her a sari. Buy me a sari. No, I can't buy a sari, no money. Go அப்படின்னா. So if she goes to the neighbor's house and looks at the neighbor and says, can you buy me a sari? எப்படி இருக்கும்? How will it be? இல்லை எவன் கொடுப்பான் புடவைன்னு தேடின்னு அலைஞ்சா எப்படி இருக்கும்னா? How will it be if she wanders around the city trying to see who can give her a sari? My husband couldn't give a sari. Can you give a sari? அப்படின்னா எப்படி இருக்கும்? Very sorry it will be. A very sorry state. அந்த மாதிரி பக்தி. அவர் சொல்றார், why should I depend on anybody else? I'll depend on you. If you can protect me, protect me. If you don't want to protect me, I will die. I will be destroyed. But I will not seek anything else. ஒருல வேடனும் நீ வாடனும் ராமா அப்படிங்கிறார் தியாகராஜர். ஓடனு பக்தி வீடனு ஒருல வேடனு நீ வாடனு ராம வந்தனமு ரகுநந்தனா சேதுபந்தனா பக்த சந்தனா. Rama, I will not ask anybody else. I will not go and pray to anybody else. I belong to you. அப்போ looking after me is your responsibility. Why should I go and ask somebody else? நீ பார்த்துக்கோ என்ன அப்படின்னு சொல்ற. That fearlessness, if it has to come, then we have got to learn how to become detached from this body mind. If we are attached to this body mind, then we will only be interested in upkeep and the maintenance of it, looking after us and our family and so on and so forth, when we will run to whoever can help us. We will not know a moment's peace as we are running around pillar to post. அதனால Narada taught this Atma Vidya to Prahalada, and as a result of knowing this Atma Vidya, then Bhakti springs forth in him. And the Bhakti is the highest Bhakti. அவன் சொல்றான், because of that he says, since only one exists, aham mameti asadbhavam dehadau mohajam tyajet. Therefore, if you really want to please Bhagavan, then give up this I and mine feeling that comes purely out of moha, out of illusion. It is not real. This is me. This is mine. These things have to happen to me. This me has to be happy. This me wants to be comfortable. Abdingaranda, this me, leave that. Leave that idea of this me, this mine. Instead, dedicate yourself to Bhagavan. Go and love him. Approach him instead. He gives a big Vedantic discourse. How to do it easily, tell us. Tatropaya sahasranam ayam bhagavatoditaha yad ishvare bhagavati yatayair anjasaratihi. Okay, I will tell you an easy way to do it. You want to attain the Lord. If you want to attain the Lord, you first must have love for him, develop attachment towards him. How to develop attachment towards him? Is there an easy way? There are thousands of ways, but this one was referred to by Bhagavan himself. The Lord himself spoke of this method. The Lord himself recommended this method. That method I will share with you all. Guru susrushaya bhaktya sarvalabdarpanena cha sangena sadhu bhaktanam ishwararadhanena cha shraddhaya tat katayam cha kirtanair gunakarmanam tatpadam buruhadhyanat tallingeksharhanadibihi harihi sarveshu bhuteshu bhagavan asta ishvaraha iti bhutani manasa kamaistai sadhumanyayet. What should you do? Serve the Guru. Guru susrushaya, first serve the Guru. How na? Bhaktya, with devotion serve the Guru. Learn to love God by learning to love the Guru. God is whom we are trying to attain. He is still an abstract entity. Guru has attained us. We have not attained the Guru. Guru has attained us. We are trying to attain God. Guru has come and attained us. You are mine. But what should we do now? First, learn to love Him. If you cannot even learn to love Him, how will you love that abstract entity called God? Pratyaksha Devam Kanumunadu nikkarde. Guru is the visible deity. When you cannot even love the visible deity, how are you ever going to love the invisible deity? Adanale, avachala Guru Susrushaya Bhaktya, first step. I love my Guru. I love my Guru. Abriya, what is the proof that you loved your Guru? Abrina. Sarva labdharpanena cha, offer to him everything that belongs to you. Appada you would love the Guru. Yena, I love you and shoulder romba easy. I love you. What does that mean? I don't know. It means I love you. Then will you give everything to me now? Why? Why should I give everything to you? I love you. That doesn't mean I have to give everything to you. Tata, bye bye, go. Sarva labdha arpanena cha, whatever is yours is no longer yours, it belongs to him. Kara bhavam mandatane prema. Yeah, you have children. Those of you are parents here with children. What are you going to do with all your property at the end of your life? What are you going to do? You are going to give it to your children. You love them. What is the proof of your loving them now? Everything is yours. The video, this house is for you. These jewels are for you. These shares are for you. Car is for you. Ella you give it to your children because you love the children. A proof of love and giving it to them, then proof. I love you, but I won't give anything to you. I'm giving everything to somebody else. And prema. How is that prema? That's selfishness. That is pure selfishness only. Naam ke vaste I love you. Ana real love liye na. Parents we see in life. What does love mean? They give everything to their children. Adane prema. Sarva labdharpanena cha. Guru susrushaya bhaktya. What is the meaning of loving the Guru? Offer everything to him. Offer everything to him. What does it mean? Write your house in his name. No. What will he do with it? Ahankara ta kudu. Give your ahankara to the Guru. Ramana Bhagavan would say, everybody comes to me and says, give me bhakti, give me moksha, give me jnana. I tell them, give yourself to me. That they are not willing to do. How then can they attain jnana? How then can they attain bhakti? How then can they attain mukti in Chana? Giving yourself to him. What does giving yourself to him mean? I am yours. I am yours doesn't mean you camp in his house. I am yours, now feed me. I am yours, I have nothing of my own, no ideas of my own, no opinions of my own, no aims of my own, no objectives of my own, no likes and dislikes of my own. You ask me to jump, I will jump until you tell me to stop. What if you never tell me to stop? I'll keep jumping. I'll keep jumping. I'll keep jumping. Either the body will fall and die or you will come and tell me to stop. Let it happen. This is the highest bhakti. Bhagavan in Ramana Bhagavan's kitchen, there was one man who was working there. And one day, sambar was being made. Bhagavan came to him and said, stir it properly, otherwise adi pudichudum. It will start burning in the bottoms. So stir it well, keep stirring. And Bhagavan went away. So this man kept on stirring. But 4 hours later, Bhagavan came into the kitchen. He was still stirring. Bhagavan, are you still stirring? Phata, sambar, one pot has come down to about 3/4 of a pot. Color in there now. It is reducing. Bhagavan looked at him and said, are you still stirring? He said, you didn't ask me to stop. He says, he narrates this, he says, the smile that blossomed on Bhagavan's face. You didn't tell me to stop. Bhagavan's eyes lit up, his face blossomed into a smile. Enough. That sambar tasted so well that day. What has gone into it? Bhakti and Shraddha has gone into that sambar. Not dal and vegetables. That is how this Guru Bhakti should be. If the Guru says, chant the name, you keep chanting. Until when? Until he says stop, you keep chanting. Alayam. Ashtavakra tells Janaka Maharaja, give me your mind. Given. After that he sat, did not even think, did not even speak, did not even respond when his own ministers came and asked him questions. Susrushaya, Guru Susrushaya Bhaktya, sarvalabdharpanena cha sangena sadhu bhaktanam. Create friendship and attachment with sadhus and bhaktas. Ishvara aradhanena cha, worship Ishvara, worship the Lord. Shraddhaya tat katayam cha, listen to his stories with bhakti, shraddha in your heart, with attention. Kirtanaihi gunakarmanam, sing his glories, sing his actions. Tat padam buruhadhyanat, meditate upon his lotus feet. Tat padam buruhadhyanat, அப்படின்னு சொன்னார். பாத அம்புருஹு, அம்புருஹான்னு அர்த்தம். சம்ஸ்கிருதத்தில் அம்புருஹான்னா லோட்டஸ்ன்னு அர்த்தம். லோட்டஸ் ஃபீட், அம்புருஹுன்னா லோட்டஸ் ஃபீட். ஆனால் தமிழில் சொன்னோம்னா அப்படி உருகின்னு அர்த்தம். அம்புருகி அவன் பாதத்தை நினைன், கண்ணீராய் அழிவேன் அப்படின்னு. கண்ணீராற்று அழிவேன் அருணாச்சலா. சேராயனின் மெய் நீராய் உருகி கண்ணீராற்று அழிவேன் அருணாச்சலா. Bhagavan, Ramana Bhagavan tells Arunachala, hey Arunachala, if you don't come and join with me, then I will not continue to exist like this. I shall cry and become a river of tears. And I will be completely destroyed in that form. Ajiven. This I will be destroyed in that. And the Padam Burukha Dhyanat, meditate upon his lotus feet, meditate upon Tallinge Kshanarghanadibihi, look at his form, go and worship his form, adore him. Hari Sarveshu Bhuteshu, where should you adore him? He is present in the hearts of all beings. Adanala, adore him in all living beings first. Manishalta Parungo Bhagavan. See the Lord in human beings first. See the Lord in all the living beings first. Since he is present in all, you behave lovingly towards everybody. That instruction Prahalada gives. And he says, how should this God be loved? We have to learn from Prahalada alone how the Lord should be loved. Tasmadartascha kamascha dharmascha yadapashraya bhajata anihaya atmanam aniham harimishwaram. Bhagavan is the support of dharma, artha and kama, everything. Your dharma, your righteous conduct is also based on him. Wealth and desire is also fulfilled only by him. But even then, you worship him. Bhajatam anihaya, without any desire you worship him. You go to him, you love him without caring for these worldly fulfillments, serve him without any desire because he is your very self. Adanala serve him like that. Appadi poi pannungo Bhagavan. Serve him in this manner. Those boys all were impressed by all these words that Prahlada has been showering upon them. So they gathered together. How should we do it? You've told us what to do. Now we are convinced. How? Tell us how to do. Prahladan chonna. We are all asuras tane. We are all asuras. We are born in these kind of clans. Can we also attain the Lord? Should we be Brahmana? Should we be a Deva to attain the Lord? Nalam dijatvam devatvam rishitvam vasuratmajaha prinanaya mukundasya navrittam nabahugnyata. You don't need to be born in a particular caste or creed or culture to please Bhagavan. Nor should you have a particular code of conduct or know a lot of things in order to please Bhagavan. Na danam, na tapo, nejya, na shaucham, na vratani cha, priyate amalaya bhaktya, hariranyad vidambanam. Neither dana is required. You don't have to give everything away in charity. You don't have to do great tapasya. You don't have to do a lot of yajnas and yagas. You don't have to maintain all kinds of achara, cleanliness, etc. You don't have to undertake any great vratas, vows and so on to please him, to make him pleased. What is required? Amalaya bhaktya. He is pleased only through pure love. Pure love alone can please him. Everything else is only mere show, pretense. Bhagavan will reject everything as mere show and pretense. Prema is not there. You do yajna and yaga, he will deem it only as a show, drama. If prema is not there, whatever you do is only drama. He will reject it outright. Adanala tatau harau bhagavati bhaktim kuruta danavaha. Adala bhakti pannungoppa. Do bhakti. Bhakti is very easy. What should you do for bhakti appadina? Man ek baar hari bol. He looked at all those asuras who were standing there. அவளுக்கெல்லாம் கஷ்டமான பேரெல்லாம் இருக்கு. பகவான் has got many names இல்லையா? நாராயணாலாம் நேம் இருக்கு. ஆனால் இந்த பசங்களுக்கு வராது வாயில. வந்து வருமோ வராதோ தெரியாது. கண்டத்தை தின்ட்டு வந்திருக்குது இல்லையா? என்ன சாப்பிடும்? நரமாம்சம் சாப்பிடும். Rakshasas, asuras, what will they eat? Abdina, they will eat meat. What meat? Human meat also they will eat. After eating all of that things, how will the tongue be? Abdina? Will it even be able to tell the name of the Lord? No, difficult names may be hard for them. Adanala he thought a very simple name he decided to teach them. Hari. Hari அப்படிங்கிற பேரை சொன்னான். मन एक बार हरि बोल. Oh mind, say Hari once. Say the name Hari once. சொல்லுங்களே. Tell the name Hari. Hari. சொல்லுங்க. Hari. 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 मन एक बार हरि बोल. हरि हरि बोल. हरि बोल. हरि हरि बोल. हरि बोल. मन एक बार हरि बोल. ஏன் அப்படின்னா, who is this Hari? This Hari, Hari Pita, Hari Mata. Hari is your real father. Hari is your real mother. How much love and affection we have for our mother and father, because they have so much affection towards us. Anna, our mother and father may not be with us all the time. We may go to a different country, they may go to a different country, they may not be in this world anymore with us. All these kinds of possibilities are there. Anna, there is one father, one mother who will never leave us, never go away. No matter how many births we take, they have been with us. Hari Pita, Hari Mata, Hari Guru Gyan Data. And that Hari is the Guru who is going to give jnana to us. He takes the form of the Guru and comes in front of us to give jnana to us. Hari Pita, Hari Mata, Hari Guru, Jnana Data, Chidananda Rupa, Hari Patita Pavana, Hari Ek Baar, Hari Bol. Chidananda Rupa, Hari Patita Pavana, Man Ek Baar, Hari Bol. Man Ek Baar, Hari Bol. Sing the name of Hari. Abudini he taught them. All the children got together and said, good, we will do bhajans now. Now, the teachers have gone somewhere. They have taken a break, a lunch break. Teachers ate and went to sleep. After a fiesta, they were having siesta. About these children said, now is the time, let us teach us some bhajans. Teach us some bhajans. Let us sing bhajans. Bhajan, calling out the name of the Lord is bhajan. In 100 million ways, when you call out the name from the heart in such a way that Bhagavan cannot resist your call, that is what is called as bhajans. What is important in bhajans? The connection between you and him is more important than the connection between you and the harmonium, or you and the tabla, or you and the mic. And the connection is mukhya. Bhagavan should hear this. Bhagavan should be entranced by the bhakti that is in our heart with which we call out his name. And the bhakti oda he asked everybody to sing along with him. Vanamali Radha Ramana Giridhari Govinda. Vanamali Radha Ramana Giridhari Govinda. Neela Megha Sundara Narayana Govinda. Neela Megha Sundara Narayana Govinda. ವನಮಾಲಿ ರಾಧಾರಮಣ ಗಿರಿಧಾರಿ ಗೋವಿಂದ. ಭಕ್ತ ಹೃದಯ ಮಂದರ ಭಾನುಕೋಟಿ ಸುಂದರ. ಭಕ್ತ ಹೃದಯ ಮಂದರ ಭಾನುಕೋಟಿ ಸುಂದರ. ನಂದ ನಂದ ಗೋಪ ವೃಂದ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಗೋವಿಂದ. ನಂದ ನಂದ ಗೋಪ ವೃಂದ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಗೋವಿಂದ. ನಾರಾಯಣ 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 ಗೋವಿಂದ. ನಾರಾಯಣ ಗೋವಿಂದ. ನಾರಾಯಣ ಗೋವಿಂದ. ನಾರಾಯಣ ಗೋವಿಂದ. ನಾರಾಯಣ ಗೋವಿಂದ. ನಾರಾಯಣ 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 ಗೋವಿಂದ. ನಾರಾಯಣ ಗೋವಿಂದ. ನಾರಾಯಣ ಗೋವಿಂದ. ನಾರಾಯಣ 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 ಗೋವಿಂದ. Narayana 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 Narayana. Neelamega Sundara Narayana Govinda Govinda. Led by Prahlada, all the children joined together and sang Narayana Nama Sankirtana. On hearing this loud chant, the Guru Shanda Namarka came running. What happened? Did somebody fall down and have an accident? Why is everybody shouting? When they came closer, as they came closer and closer and closer, this reverberating chant of Narayana, 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 Narayana resounded. And on listening to that, in spite of themselves, they couldn't help themselves, they also started singing. Then they caught themselves, Chucho, what are we doing? If Maharaja or any of his spies happen to come now, soldiers happen to come now, that is the end of us. We will go straight to Narayana. We want to live some more. Adanala, they caught hold of Prahlada, took him, marched him straight to Hiranyakashipu. Led him there, made him stand in front of the king. We accept defeat. We cannot change him. Not only can we not change him, if you let him go like this, all the asuras also will become Haribhaktas. Therefore, you deal with him yourself. And Charuta decided to go away. Hiranyakashipu became very angry. He heard the whole story, became very angry. He looked at Prahlada, his eyes narrowing with anger. Prahlada nonna. Prashrayavanatam dantam bhaddanjalim avastitam sarpah padahata iva shvasan prakriti darunaha. He's looking at him with so much anger. Prahlada standing like this, but controlled. Looking at this, they became even more angry. Hiranyakashipu became even more angry. Hey Durvinita Mandatman Kulabhedaka Radhama. You are pretending to be humble in front of me. Standing here very humbly in front of me. If you are that humble, you should have obeyed my instructions. I told you to forget Hari. I told you to never chant his name. You are standing here as though you are very humble, but when you are there, you are making everybody else also sing the name of my enemy. What is your plan? Mandhatman, you fool. Kulabedakaradhama, you have come here to destroy our family. Abdini became very angry and asked him, Kim balo tyagaha, unkengendra vandadu dhairiyam, where did you get the strength to defy me? Abdina, Hiranyakashipu asked, because ever since he came after doing tapasya, there has been nobody who has been capable of standing in front of him. He was impressive even without being angry. His very presence was enough to make everybody tremble. He did not even have to have anger in him. This fellow is standing there very calmly even when he is angry. Where did you get the strength to defy me? Where did you get the strength from? Quiet, silent. Very sweetly, Prahlada is replying, Na kevalam me bhavatascha rajan savai balam balinam chaparesham pare varemi stirajangamaye brahmadayo yena vasham pranitaha. Rajan, O king, not merely my strength, not even your strength that you are boasting of so much. Even the strength of Brahma, whose boon gave you this strength, comes from him. You ask me where my strength comes from. Not only my strength, not only my courage, your strength too. Where did you get your strength? You went to do tapasya, got the strength from Brahma. Where did Brahma get the strength to give you this boon of strength? He also got it from somebody, Ilya. Him, he is the source and the origin of my strength. Saishvaraha Kala Urukramo Urukramaha Asavojasaha Sattva Balendriyatma Sayeva Vishwam Paramasva Shaktibihi Shrajatyavatya Gunatrayeshaha. He is the Lord. He is the Ishvara. He is the Supreme Lord. He is the one who has created this world and protects this world with his own strength, with his own courage. Avaradampa ellathukum, he is the one. Adanala, give up this asura bhava that you have got. Jahyasuram bhavam ivam tvatmana samam mano datsvasa santi vidvishaha. Give up your anger. You also can be peaceful like me. Enantha kashtapadre. You have attained everything. Now why you have this hatred in your heart? Why you have this arrogance in your heart, ego in your heart? Leave everything. Be happy, pa. Be happy. You have come to give me advice. அப்படின்னு கேட்டான். எனக்கே கொடுக்குறியோ? மடச்சு 3 நாள்ல விடல. You're not even 5 years of age and you are daring to advise your own father. What gave you the authority to advise me? அப்படின்னு கேட்டான். அவன் சொன்னான், you are not happy, that is why I thought I'll give advice. If you are happy, why should I open my mouth and give advice to you? நீ துக்கத்துலனா இருக்க. You seem to be having no peace at all. You say you have conquered all the 10 directions, but you have not conquered your own 10 senses. What avail is your conquering of all these directions? Dasyun purashanna vijityalumpato manyanta eke svajita disho dasha. You conquered all the 10 directions in a children. Jitat manognyasya samasya dehinam sadhoho swamoha prabhava kutaf pare. You have not conquered your own inner enemies. What is the use of conquering all the external enemies? Actually, there are no enemies at all outside. Ellam Bhagavan thane irukkan. He alone is. Where are enemies? You are imagining an enemy where there is actually none. நீயா நினைச்சுட்டு இருக்க somewhere there is an enemy. Hari is my enemy. Hari is an enemy. Hari enemy appa. Is Hari anybody's enemy? Hari is our best friend இல்லையோ? Hari is our best friend. Hari is our only friend. அவன் ஒத்தந்தானே நமக்கு ஃப்ரெண்டா இருக்கான். அவனை போய் விட்டுட்டு instead of considering him as the friend, why are you going on like this in this manner, thinking that he is my enemy, I have to do away with him? அலைஞ்சிட்டு இருக்கியேப்பா. Give up this asura bhavam. Surrender to the Lord. Be happy with him. அப்படியா? Hiranyakashipu looked at him and said, enough. I've tolerated you enough all this time. I thought you were a small child. Pona pordu, I kept tolerating you. Anna, this is too much now. You're giving me advice and you're asking me to surrender to my enemy, sworn enemy. All right, I'm also looking for him. I'm also in search of him. I want to find him, not to surrender to him, but to put an end to him. If you say that he is this Hari Ingriye, where is this Hari? Where is this Hari? You are saying that there is a greater God than me. I am the supreme Lord in this universe. I have conquered this entire universe. All the Devas also listen to me. You are not acknowledging my authority. Instead, you are speaking highly of somebody else whom according to you is superior to even me. Leya? Yastvaya manda bhagyokto madanyo jagadishvaraha. You say that apart from me there is a Jagadishwara. All I can say is you are unfortunate because even though you are born my son, you don't recognize my own value. Children, you are like the frog that sits under the lotus. Bees come from afar to drink of my nectar. You are sitting under my feet and you don't recognize my value. Yes, tvaya manda bhagyoktaha. Manda bhagyam anak. Shri Pona portu. Kvasau yadisa sarvatra. Kasmat stambhena drishyate. Kwasav. Where is this Hari that you are speaking about? Yengar kam. Where is this Hari? Kwasav. Sasarvatra. He is everywhere. Kwasav yadi sasarvatra. Sasarvatra. Kasmat stambhe na drishyate. Stambhe drishyate. Kwasav. Where is he? He is everywhere. If you say he is everywhere, then how come I do not see him in the pillar? In the pillar illappa, and the pillar lim irkampa Hari. வெறும் இந்த பில்லர்னு ஏன் சொல்ற? அந்த பில்லர்லையும் ஹரிதானே இருக்கான். எந்த பில்லர் எடுத்தாலும் ஹரிதானே இருக்கான். Kvasau yadisa sarvatra. In the shlokam irke, the shloka gives the answer to the question in itself. Kvasau yadisa sarvatra. Where is he? If you say he is everywhere, then how come I do not see him in the pillar? This is the question Hiranyakashipu asks. Adila, Prahlada's answer to that is, you remove the negativity in your life, then you will see Harina. What is the negativity in? Stambhe na drishyate. Kasmat stambhe na drishyate. How come I do not see him in the pillar? Take the knot. What will happen? How come I do see him in the pillar? I told you. If you take the negative out of your life, only Bhagavan is seen. Your life is filled with negativity. Adalaal na Bhagavan kannukku theriya maatengara. Actually he is seen. Where is Bhagavan not? Prahlada says, I see him. Hiranyakashipu, I do not see him. What is the difference between I see him and I do not see him? Not the difference. Make the knot a knot. N-O-T, make it N-O-U-G-H-T. Make it a knot. Make it zero. Knot illama irungo life illa. If you do, all knots will be undone. Vidyate hridaya grantihi appadina. All the knots will be undone if this one knot is made into a knot. Appo enna baaki irukana? Hari thane irpan. What all that is left is Hari. What is negativity? Many times you've heard this word positive energy, negative vibration. What is negative? What is negative? Resistance is negative. Acceptance is positive. Resistance is negative, acceptance is positive. Whenever you resist something, it is a negative energy. What are you resisting? You're resisting what is happening to you in your life. By Bhagavan's grace, you are stopping it. Why me? Why is this happening to me? That's negative energy generated. Sari, if this is what you want, all right, Swami, a positive energy. Then and there, positive energy is generated. This is the secret. You don't have to go in search of places which have positive vibration, positive energy. You create positivity by accepting what happens to you in life. You create positive energy when you tell each time when something is happening in your life, you say, it is happening for my good. You create positive energy when instead of asking God for this and that, you say, I want you alone, Swami. I want only you, Swami. Each time you say that, you create positivity in your life, positive energy in your life. Why? Abdingarchada negative energy is coming in your life. So if you don't want negative energy, chumma accept everything. Without your will, it cannot happen. You should have faith in that. Adalada Vedanta Desikan said, iti nischitadihi shrayami nityam. The nischitadi means with firm conviction, I surrender to you. The conviction is not there. Then you'll start doubting, how can God want this in my life? Abdi will question. The answer to that is, if God did not want it to come into your life, it would not have come in the first place. You think something can blindside God and enter into your life? You think God is caught napping when all these things come into your life? Is God looking the other way when these things happen in your life? No. God could not possibly want this for me. Then it would not have come to you. How do you know what God did not want for you in your life? You being anywhere else right there at this moment is what God did not want for you in your life. That is why you are here. What God wants alone will happen. What is happening because God wants it. If He doesn't want it, it will not happen. Yarukku bhaktalukku appadithaan. For those who are devoted to the Lord, for those who say, I belong to you, Lord, in their cases, especially in their cases, maybe for others their karma operates. I do not know. I don't wish to comment about others. Although there are no others. I don't wish to comment about those who say, oh, my karma is like this. Namakku no karma for us. So many of us are sitting in this room, in this hall, listening to Saptaham. For us, there is no concept called karma. This you must believe. What do we have instead now? Kripa. We do not have karma, we only have kripa. We only have grace in our life. We are not living our lives due to our past karma, we are living our lives due to present kripa. God's grace that is a present to us. It was present to us and it is a present that He has given to us. The greatest gift that He can give is His grace. Our lives are products of His grace, not karma. That is why I tell people, eradicate the word karma from your dictionary. All my karma is Shalade. It is all His grace ritual. Don't attribute everything to my karma, what to do. His grace, what to do. It is His grace. I don't have an option but to enjoy it. What to do? You're so happy now. What to do? His grace. What can I do? Can't complain. I have to accept it. Only then He will like it. So I'll accept it and be happy. What to do? Accept everything as a mark of His grace. That Prahlada teaches us. His father does so many things upon, heaps so many atrocities upon him. Somebody else is not doing it. His father is doing it. When somebody else hurts the boy can run to the father and say, he is bullying me. Father is bullying the child. Where will the child go to? Bhagavan presents Prahlada as the role model, as a great example, putting him in such a difficult situation so that we may compare our lives to his and say, hang on, my life is not so bad. My life is not half as bad as his life. What am I complaining about? At least my dad is not trying to kill me, no? He may be strict with me, he may discipline me, he may yell at me and say this, that and the other. At least he's not killing me, he's not throwing me from a hill. He's not feeding poison to me. Grace. Prahlada took poison also as grace. At least we can take whatever little bit we are getting as grace. In the mattumadu we can do. Everything that happens in our life is His grace for our good. If you change your attitude in this way, then newsflash, it is you that will be happy. You will be happy. It is not going to benefit anybody else, it will benefit you. What is the use of taking everything as grace? You will be happy. You won't struggle like this. You won't wallow in this negativity of your own creation, which is generated by this resistance that you have to life. As you grow older, you become more bitter, more entrenched in your ways because you are resistant to change. What is the secret of youth? Everybody wants the secret of youth. What is the secret of youth now? Smile and accept change. That's the secret of youth. You can remain youthful forever if you accept the changes that come in your life without being entrenched in your ways. No, I cannot change it. Roll with the punches. Ellam Bhagavat Sankalpam. Bhagavan is bringing this. Sometimes people struggle with aging process. Because it's a change. I was able to walk fast, now I can't walk fast. Now unable to accept that slowness of the body. Accept it. What is the big deal? Why fight it? You will age gracefully. You will not even, in fact, you won't age at all. You will remain young. At heart, you will remain young. Instead of aging, you will sage. Instead of getting old age, you will become a sage. That's the best way. Become a sage. That is the saging process, not aging process. Hiranyakashipu's negativity is what is preventing the omnipresent Lord from being visible to him. Kvasau yadi sa sarvatra kasma stambena drishyate. Abdinnan. How come I am not able to see this Hari in front of me, even though you say he is everywhere? Abdinnan. Smilingly he said he is everywhere, he is everywhere. In this pillar also. Is he there in this pillar? No. Yes, he is there in this pillar. 100% sure he is in this pillar. In that case, I will break open this pillar. And if I break open this pillar, your Hari should come. If your Hari does not come, I will break open your head. You break open, break it. Again the Hiranyakashipu went and gave a big punch with his fist to the pillar split open. And the moment that pillar split open, ear-splitting thunder resounded when Hiranyakashipu struck that pillar. The sound was so fearsome that it drove everybody to their knees. The Diggajas, the elephants of the quarters themselves, trumpeted in fear. Lightning flashed even inside the hall of that palace, searing everybody's eyes. The sound and the fury that emanated there seemed as though the ultimate dissolution itself had come ahead of time. And for the first time in his long life, Hiranyakashipu felt terror in his heart.
Satyam vidatum nijavritya bhashitam vyaptim cha bhuteshu akhileshu chatmanah adrishyatatyadbhuta rupam udvahan stambhe sabhayam namrgam namanusham satyam vidatum nijavritya bhashitam vyaptim cha bhuteshu akhileshu chatmanah adrishyata Adhyadbhuta Rupam Udvahan स्तम्भे सभायां न मृगं न मानुषम् सत्त्वं मेनं परितो विपश्यन् स्तम्भस्य मध्यात् अनुनिर्जिहानम् नायं मृगो नापि नरो विचित्रम् अहो किम् एतन्मृगेन्द्ररूपम् मीमां समानस्य समुत्थितो ग्रतो नृसिंहरूपः तदलं भयानकम् प्रतप्तचामीकरचण्डलोचनम् स्फुरत्सटाके शरजृम्बिताननम् करालदंष्ट्रम् करवालचञ्चलक्षुरान्तजिह्वम् भ्रुकुटीमुखोल्बणम् स्तब्धोर्धकर्णम् गिरिकन्धराद्भुत व्यात्तासनास्यम् अनुभेदभीषणम् दिवि स्पृशत्कायमदीर्घपीवर ग्रीवोरुवक्षस्थलम् अल्पमध्यमम् चन्द्रांशुगौरैः चूरितं
तनूरुहैः विश्वभुजानीकशतं नखायुधो दुरासदम् सर्वनिजेतरायुधप्रवेकविद्रावित दैत्यदानवम् सत्यं विधातु निजभृत्यभाषितो व्याप्तिं च भूतेषु अखिलेषु चात्मनः दृश्यता अत्यद्भुतरूपमुद्वहन् स्तम्भे सभायां न मृगं न मानुषम्. When Hiranyakashipu struck that pillar, this pillar split into two halves and fell on either side, and from those split halves of the pillar arose a being. What was this being? Nanna mrigam na manusham. It was neither a man nor an animal, nor a lion. Atyadbhutam Rupam, an extraordinary form that has never before been seen by anybody. Adrishyata, nobody has seen such a form. Atyadbhuta Rupam, such an extraordinary form that has never been seen by anybody before, appeared from them. Why did it appear? Na satyam vidatu nija bhritya bhashitam. In order to uphold the words of his devotee, this Lord appeared in this extraordinary form, half man, half lion. The face was that of a lion, the claws were that of a lion, the rest of the body was that of a human. Ippudi a combination, Bhagavan appeared in this. Why na? Satyam vidatum. In order to uphold the promise of the devotee. Yaar devotee na? And the Kutti Prahladan is standing there and saying, he is there in this pillar. He said he is there in this pillar. To uphold the words of the devotee, Bhagavan jumped from that pillar. Brahma gave a boon to Hiranyakashipu and said, oh, you will not be killed by all these different things. And in order to uphold Brahma's boon, Bhagavan took this form and appeared. And when Jaya took leave of Bhagavan and Vaikuntham, he said, Swami, will you come for me? I will come for you. I will come in a special way for you. I will come in a way that nobody has ever seen before. Bhagavan gave a promise. Adanala Satyam vidatu nijabritya bhashitam. In order to uphold that promise, Bhagavan appeared there. Vyaptim cha bhuteshu akileshu chatmanaha. Bhagavan, who is omnipresent, present everywhere in the form of the Atma, took a form and came from the pillar. Adrishyata atyadbhuta rupam udvahan stambhe sabhayam namrigam namanusham. The omnipresent Lord had manifested himself in response to the words of his devotees, neither fully man nor fully animal. The head was that of a lion, a truly royal and ferocious beast, the head ringed with a mane of fierce unruly hair, the color of burnished gold. Each hair in that mane seemed to have an independent life of itself as it was springing up and down, leaping and moving like so many bolts of lightning. The eyes of this lion were copper red in color, with yellow pupils that seemed to hold anybody who looked into it in a trance. The canines were long and sharp, protruding out of the mouth. The mouth itself seemed like the open mouth of a cave. And from that mouth came a wide, resounding roar. A long red tongue lolled forth from between those frighteningly arrayed teeth. From the neck down, this being had the form of a man. Short neck, thick, broad chest. And the arms were muscular and strong, and they ended in claws, not nails, claws. It seemed as though this being needed no other weapons, its claws alone were enough for it. Abdiya Bhagavan appeared there wreathed in yellow silks, adorned with shining ornaments of light. Bhagavan Narasimha, the man lion, the lion man, jumped clear of the fallen halves of the split pillar and roared a challenge to Hiranyakashipu, who for the first time in his life felt terror. Hiranyakashipu rushed towards Bhagavan to attack him. Yenna, Hiranyaksha also did this, Hiranyakashipu is also doing it. Yenna, that is their way of connecting to the Lord. They came with a boon. Hate me and reach me. Abdinu oru boon. Adanala how to hate him? Bhagavan has come, Narasimha has come. Hiranyakashipu also wants to fall at his feet. On seeing Narasimha, Hiranyakashipu manasila enna thonithan theriyuma? Asho, ivar madile eri ukandanda thevaliye nu thonithan. Hiranyakashipu felt like placing himself on the lap of this Lord. My Swami has come for me. Abdinu nenachana. Bhagavan partharam. Oh. Abdinu nenachara. அளந்திட்ட தூணை அவன் தட்ட அப்படின்னு ஆழ்வார் பாசுரத்தில் சொல்றார். When he struck that pillar, Bhagavan emerged and touched his heart ன்னு சொல்றார். நெஞ்சம் தொட்டுன்னு சொல்றார். ஆழ்வார் says Narasimha touched the heart of Hiranyakashipu. How did he touch? We think he touched it like this. இல்ல, தொடுறார் பகவான். ஏன்னா அவன் பார்த்தோன்னே என்னோட பிரபுனா வந்திருக்கார். My Swami has come for me ன்னு சொல்றான். What do I want to do now? I want to lay on his lap. Tathastu nar Bhagavan. Nee kettu na kudukameyada. You have asked and will I not give you? Done. Granted. Bhagavan jumped. He tried to do a mock fight with Bhagavan. Bhagavan threw aside all his weapons, caught hold of him, lifted him up in his arms. Princess carry la kundu porar. Bhagavan is carrying him like this, took him straight to the threshold of that palace, neither inside nor outside. What was the time? Time was like this, the evening time, when it is neither day nor night. The dusk had come. He was neither inside the house nor outside the house. Here was a being that was neither man nor animal, nor a deva, nor a yaksha, nor a gandharva, nor a sarpa, nor a uraga, nor a garuda. What was this? Something that Brahma definitely did not create. This was that which created Brahma also. This was not created by Brahma. These are all the boons that he said. How should he be killed? Not by any weapons. Bhagavan's nails were enough. How can nails be called weapons? Are they weapons? They are weapons too, not weapons also. Sarva praharana yudaha. He said neither living nor non-living thing should kill me. Nails are the combination of both. They are living and non-living, as everybody knows. Bhagavan had looked at the little loopholes that were present in all of his ironclad boons that he had asked and penetrated through that and came in a very unique form for him. He wanted to lie on Bhagavan's lap. Bhagavan took him and placed him upon his lap. He tore open that body. By tearing open that body, what is Narasimha doing? In the bodily identification that we have, Adatam Bhagavan is tearing open. People are afraid of Narasimha. People are generally afraid of Narasimha. Ugramurti, Ugrasimham, Narasimhar Jakardayar Kudummanna. Yen abdinna, because they are afraid that he may tear their body consciousness to nothing. They don't want to let go of their Dehabhimanam. Adanala Narasimha they are scared of. And if they have no Dehabhimanam, why should they be scared of Narasimha? Good Swami, come, destroy. I am also trying to destroy this. I am not able to. At least you can destroy it. And usually we should submit ourselves to Narasimha. Bhagavan laid Hiranyakashipu upon his lap, tore him apart to pieces, threw his body aside, roaring defiantly, came and sat upon Hiranyakashipu's throne. His mane was streaked with blood. The intestines of Hiranyakashipu were hanging around his body like a garland. The other day I was explaining to the children, when a lion kills an elephant, the elephant is so big. So the lion makes a hole in the stomach and enters in and starts to eat. When it comes out, what will happen? The mane will be streaked with blood and the intestines will be hanging around its head like a garland. Yeah, you go in and come out, it will all be hanging around. That is what is being defined here also. And the Narasimhanuku, it is not that he took everything and put like a garland. There is the natural propensity of a lion when it feeds. Its manes are streaked with blood and there is the antramala around its neck, the intestine mala around its neck. Narasimha came and sat upon the throne. All the devas assembled there. Brahma, Rudra, Indra, Varuna, Vayu, Agni, the Prajapatis, Gandharvas, Yakshas, Kinnaras, Kimpurushas, Vidyadharas, everybody, Rishis, Munis, everybody came and assembled there. Bharata, everybody was terrified of the roar of this lion. Everybody went near to flatter him. They're tremblingly, everybody is going. Each one goes and utters a couple of words, couple of lines and comes back. Oh, you're such a great Prabhu. They want to, hey, we are also present. And when everybody comes, each person comes close, Bhagavan roars at the harr. They are out of terror, they run back. Each one tries to come and pacify the Lord, but the Lord is not pacified. He chases them all away. This is very specifically mentioned in Narasimhavataram, that Bhagavan was so angry that everybody ran away. Why was Bhagavan angry? You know what these VIPs did? These devas and fellows, they came right at the last moment. After Hiranyakashipu was just, until then they were waiting. Who knows? Suppose Hiranyakashipu doesn't die, we better watch from the sidelines. He's dead. Now let us go. They all came and stood in the front. Who did Bhagavan come for? Bhagavan came for Prahalada. These fellows pushed Prahalada to the back and came to the front. Swami, thank you. Swami. Narasimha became so angry. Fellows, who came for you? Who came to look at you? I came to look at that fellow and you're all standing in front hiding that fellow from me. Get lost. Brahma understood this. Brahma caught hold of Prahalada and said, he has come for you. You go in the front. Ni popa. He has come specifically, especially for you. You go. When all the gods were looking terrified of Narasimha, Prahalada is walking. Look of adoration upon his face. What has just happened? His own father was dismembered and torn to pieces. This is a 5-year-old child. Talk about trauma. Childhood trauma. Post-traumatic stress disorder. Only Rama, no trauma. Rama is there. Atma Rama is standing there. What trauma? Narasimha is there. Enna trauma. The child walks. Peaceful look upon his face. Look of love and adoration upon his face. He goes near Narasimha. On looking at him, Bhagavan calms down. He goes and falls at the feet of the Lord. He touches those lotus-like feet of the Lord. The moment he touches it, a thrill courses through the body of Narasimha. Not through Prahalada, yes, Prahalada also, but even more importantly, the touch of Prahalada's little, tiny, soft, tender hands that are, that are but a conduit for the love that is there in his heart. He touches the feet of Bhagavan. Bhagavan has a tremble. He lifts up Prahalada, places him upon his lap. Prahalada is looking only at Bhagavan's feet. Bhagavan reached down, patted the boy's head, stroked him lovingly. The claws that had just torn Hiranyakashipu to shreds lifted up the boy delicately. Looking at Bhagavan in this manner, Prahalada bursts out into a song of praise. Bhagavana paathu praise pandran. Apadipatta Prabhu vandirkiye. What can I say? I am born in Asura Kulam. What sin I must have committed to be born in this Tamasic Kulam. How can I praise you? You have come in front of me. How can I praise you still? Because you accept our praise as long as it comes from love. I will also take the courage and praise you. He starts to praise Bhagavan. Prahlada Stuti Pandran. A long, elaborate, detailed Stuti. He says, Bhagavane, All of these people are afraid of you. Sarve hyami vidikaras tava sattvadamno brahmadayo vayami veshanat chodvijantaha kshemaya bhutaya utatma sukhaya chasya vikriditam bhagavato ruchiravataraihi. These devas are all afraid of you. Why? I do not know. What are they afraid of? Bhagavan has got this roar, Bhagavan has got these blood-streaked mane, his claws and all these things. Are they afraid of that? Now, Ruchiravataraihi. How is your avataram now? Ruchirama irukena, so pleasing. Bhagavan, you're looking so sweet. You're looking so pleasing to me. Prahladan chol. Naham vivemyajita te ati bhayanakasya jikhvarkanetra bhrukuti rabasogradamstrat antrasraja ksataja kesara shankukarnan nirhrada bhitadi digibadari bhinnakagrat. Bhagavane, I am not afraid. I am not afraid of you. I am not afraid of this mouth of yours, this teeth of yours, these nails of yours that have torn to shreds my father. I am not afraid of these frowning brows, of these strong, ferocious teeth, this garland of intestines that adorns your neck and chest. I am not afraid of all of these things. But I am also afraid of something, Bhagavane. Trastosmyaham kripanavatsala Dussahogra samsara chakra kadanat grasatam pranitaha baddhasva karma birushattama tengrimulam pritopavarga sharanam vayase kadanu. Appa, I am not afraid of you. I am afraid of samsara. I am afraid of this world. Why are you afraid of this world? Because you'll be born again and again and achi. Not because of that. If I am in this world, I may forget you. If I am in this world, I will forget you. It will drag me away. It will make me forget you. That is why I am scared of this world. Shayana thalil shayvinai shudum alal uivage yedurai arunachala. Hey Narasimha, tell me, if I go away from you, I will get caught into this world. After that, where is the means for emancipation for me? I will keep whirling around in that. Adinala, don't let me go. Don't let me go away from you. Instead, te angri moolam pritaha apavarga sharanam Vayase kadanu. When will you call me and say, you stay at my feet? When will you say, just stay at my feet, don't go away from me? When are you going to tell me? If you let go of me, I will fall into the samsara. That is what I am afraid of. I am being burnt to Yasmat priya viyoga samyoga janma shoka agnina sakala yonishu dahyamanaha. I have taken births in several wombs. Ella pirappum pirandelaithenam perumane ennu sonna. I have been born in all these wombs, and what has happened now? Dahyamanaha shudum abdingiran. I have been burnt. Enna burning na? Priya viyoga samyoga janma shoka agnina. What is the agni that is burning us abdinna? The unpleasant comes to us and the pleasant goes away from us. In the union and separation is what is making life miserable. That which we like goes away from us, that which we don't like comes to us. Life is suffering. Sorrow is because of this. If what we like came to us and what we did not like goes away from us, life is happy. And that does not happen earlier. Dukkaushadam tadapi dukkam atidvyaham bhuman brahmami vadame tavadasa yogam. And when I am suffering like this, I try to go and seek a medicine to put an end to my suffering. My medicine gives rise to more suffering. You have some particular disorder, they will say, take these medicines for it. What happens? But after taking these medicines, you will feel better to have suffered originally because the side effects are these many. Pamphlet. prescription and alongside pamphlet also will be given. What is all the side effects of the medicine? Sometimes that is worse than the original disease itself. And the Madhuriya Arikami is saying, in this world, having been born in this world and suffering, I am trying to find a means of putting an end to that suffering, but those means themselves mean more suffering. Adanala, in the Madhuri, I am whirling around like this Brahmati, Vadame Tava Dasa Yogam. Adanala, teach me to serve you. Nitya kinkaratam prarthaye. What do I seek from you now? Nitya kinkaratam, nitya kinkaryam. Give me eternal service to you. I don't want to do anything. I only want to serve you. Because as long as I am serving you, I will not fall away from you. I will not go away from you. I will not get caught up in the samsara. Enakku needha mukkiyam. You alone are important to me. I am not important to me. I don't want to be serving myself. I want to be serving you. Adanala children, Vadame tavadasa yogam. Make me a servant. I am not asking for anything. Make me a servant. May just let me be around you. Go bring that, go bring this. I'll just do that. I don't want anything. I don't want a life of my own. I just want to have a life that is aligned with you, with yours. Soham priyasya suhrudaha Paradevataya Leela Katastava Nrsimha Virinchi Gita Anjastitirmya Anugunal Gunavippramukto Durganite Padayugalaya Hamsa Sangaha. Soham priyasya suhrit paradevataya. Bhagavane, you are my children. Enodia, you are my priya. You are my beloved. You are my suhrit. You are my best friend. The child is going and looking at Narasimha, whom even the devas are afraid, and saying, you are my best friend. The coin the lunch. Little children will go, you are my best friend. School ரொம்ப ஷையாக இருக்கும் அதுக்கு சொல்கிறதுக்கு. It will summon up great courage and go and tell, you are my best friend, and will run away. அந்த மாதிரி இந்த பிரகலாதன் வந்து சொல்கிறான், you are my best friend. பகவான் சிரிக்கிறார். இது வரைக்கும் நான் யாரும் அப்படி கூப்பிட்டது இல்லையே. nobody has called me friend. எல்லாரும் ஓ பிரபு காட் ஓ லார்ட் அப்படின்னா ஃப்ரெண்டுன்னு சொல்கிறானே. அதுவும் தூண்டு வாண்டு பைய என்ன ஃப்ரெண்டுன்னு சொல்கிறான். திஸ் டைனி ஃபெலோ இஸ் காலிங் மீ ஃப்ரெண்ட். அப்படி பகவான் இஸ் ஹாப்பி. Paradevataya, I have not forgotten who you are. I am calling you friend, but I have not forgotten who you are. You are our Father who art in heaven. You are our Father who art in heaven. You ordinary father இல்லையே. Ordinary friend னா அது வேற. நீ divine friend ஆச்சே. Paradevataya, you are the supreme Lord. Leela katastava virnrsimha virinchi gitaha. Your beautiful stories are sung even by Brahma. அதனால what should I do அப்படின்னா, as long as I have the company of the holy ones, then I will never stray away. I will also keep on singing your glories and live my entire life like that. அது போரும் எனக்கு. Anjasti tirmi, I will easily cross samsara if I have the company of Hamsa Sangaha. Te yuga, te padayugalaya Hamsa Sangaha. If but I have the company of those Paramahamsas, those Jnanis who are always thinking only about your lotus feet, who reside at your lotus feet. Tava padayuga alaya. Their houses at your lotus feet. எங்கன்னா உன் அடிகீழ் அமர்ந்து புகுந்தேனேன்னு ஒரு ஆழ்வார் சொல்றார். ஆழ்வார் says, I sat at your feet and never moved from your feet அப்படின்னு. Those people are my companions. Those are the people that I need so that I will never forget you. ஏன்னா அப்படித்தானே one person saved me. There was one person that saved me. That is all I seek. Narada, who is devoted to you, was the one who came and gave the seed of bhakti he planted in my heart. Today that seed is becoming a big tree and bearing the fruit in the form of your darshan. அதனால பகவானே, whatever life I have left, the long duration of life, I do not seek all this wealth and opulences and the kingship, influences and glories and all kinds of sensual gratification. அதெல்லாம் ஒன்றும் வேண்டாம். அதெல்லாம் வேண்டாம். நான் இச்சாமி, I don't want all of these things. என்ன வேணும்னா, நிச்சாமி தே விழுலிதானு Uruvikramena Kalatmanopanayamam Nija Britya Parshvam. Prahlada says, I don't want kingship, I don't want lordship, I don't want wealth, I do not want any material prosperity, I do not want any senses to be gratified. All I want is for you to call me my servant. Nijabritya Parshvam. Keep me by your side. Even in the form of a servant, it is enough. But keep me by your side. That much is enough for me. Adu porume enak. Vera nu andame. Abrini he prays to Bhagavan, pleased with his bhakti. Bhagavan looks at him and says, Prahlada, I'm very pleased with you, very happy with you. Unke enna vonunda. Tell me, what do you want? Ask me what you want. Whatever you want, I will give it to you. What do you want? Appo Prahrada Badram Badrante Pritogam Te Surottama Varam Vrinishva Vabhimatam Kamapurosmiham Nranam. Enna varam da vanum? What varam do you want? What boon do you want? Ask, I will give. Nobody has come to me and gone empty-handed. Whoever comes to me will get something from me. I will give whatever they want. What do you want? You ask, I will give. Bhagavan Chana. Prahlada looked at Bhagavan and said, I don't want anything, Swami. Unnu andame. Unnu andame. Why should you ask something? Mamam pralobhaya. Don't tempt me like this, Bhagavan. Don't you know who I am? Prahlada looks at Bhagavan and says, Swami, don't you know my nature? As it is born in demonic clan, if you give me so much, a little bit of temptation, I will fully fall for it. What do you want? And immediately I will say, give me wife, give me house, give me children, give me house, job, give me kingship. Don't even tempt me. Mama pralobhya. Don't even tempt me. And as it is, I am struggling against desire. Don't give me any desire. Don't give me anything. Don't give me anything. Then he said, oh, you won't tempt me. Maybe you're testing me. You're testing me because you're seeing whether all that I've uttered so far is true or not, whether I really don't want anything or whether once given the option, what do you want? None, give me this, give me that, maybe I will ask. But Swami, I have learnt my lesson. In a lesson now, my father is my teacher in a way. Because very carefully he thought about so many things and asked from Brahma. In spite of all of that was reduced to a big fat zero and you came and killed him and went. So if I have to use my intelligence to ask, your intelligence is even more superior to nullify whatever I have asked. I will not ask. I won't ask. All that he asked, ultimately what an end did he come to? What is the point of asking? Moreover, Swami, all that time when my father was putting me under so much of torture, trying to kill me, I didn't open my mouth once to say, please come and protect me. At that time, you on your own, you came to protect me. Without being asked, you came and protected me. Kelad alikkumun kedil pugar. What is the nature of your fame? You are famous for giving unasked. Why ask? Why cheapen you and ask? Should I ask? All this time did I have to ask? Will you give me only if I ask? All of us, we were born. When we were born, did you know that you will be hungry and you will need food? Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to narrate a story. A brahmachari who grew up in the forest with only rishis. He had not seen any women. His mother passed away when he was born. He was brought up by his father only. He had never seen a woman in his life. Lived in this ashrama, grew up to a certain age, had his upanayanam done. His thread ceremony was performed. As per the rules, he had to go into the town to ask for bhiksha. His father explained to him, so far we have all been going to town and getting bhiksha, getting alms, and we have been living, you have been fed on that only. Now it is your turn, you have to go and ask for alms. What should I do? You go to this house and stand there, you say, Bhavati bhiksham dehi. You say, please give me food. Somebody from inside will give food and come and give food to you. You bring that food back home. Okay, initially he went. He stood in front of a house and said, Bhiksham Dehi, please give me alms. The lady of the house came out. First time he's seeing a woman. The lady of the house came out and gave alms to him. He has never seen a woman. He said, friend, what is wrong with you? Nothing is wrong with me. Why? What is wrong? No, you have 2 tumors on your chest. What is this tumor on your chest? Because he never seen a woman. The lady tried to explain. She said, no, they are not tumors. These women are like this. We are given like this kind of thing so that we may give milk to our children when they are born. So, do you have a child? No, I don't have a child. Then why do you have it now? So, when I have a child, it will be useful now. He didn't take any alms. He ran back home. Where is the alms now? The father asked. He said, why should we go and beg? Do you know what I discovered today? Even before the child is born, God has provided food for it. Child is not yet born. Food is ready. Food bank is ready. When Bhagavan is willing to provide for us even before we have the need for it, why should we ask? Adugakuve o manasa, adugakuve o manasa. Swami used to sing, don't ask, O mind. There is no need to ask. Bhagavan gives unasked. Why ask? He found a house for us even before we were born. Mother's womb. And then after we were born, he gave food for us. We have come up to this state. If you reach this state, did you reach this state by constantly asking every day, Mummy, give food, whether you wanted it or not, food was forced into your mouth and you grew up like this. And Bhagavan is there like this. Prahlada is looking at Bhagavan all this time. I never asked, you never needed to ask, you came to help me. Why should I now ask? I will not ask. I won't ask. Not like that. Bhagavan came defensive. Bhagavan started to feel uncomfortable. Hey, not like that. It's not that I will stop looking after you. I will look after you, no doubt about it. But this is an occasion we have met. I have to give you something. You ask. Why? He's still not convinced. He says, why? Why should I ask? What is our relationship? What is our relationship? You are the Lord. I am the servant. That's our relationship. That's our relationship. Bhritya lakshana jignasuhu bhaktam kameshva chodayat bhavan samsara bijeshu hridaya grantishu prabho nanyata te akila guru gateta karunatmanaha yasta shisha shaste nasabhrityaha savaivanik. If I should ask you for something, on what basis should I ask you? Give me something. Enna basis la kepen? Oh, you have so much bhakti for me, therefore you ask. If you tell me, sorry, I am not willing to trade my love for gifts from you. I don't love you because you will give me gifts. I don't love you because you will give your blessings upon me. Swami will bless me if I love him, so let me love him. I did not start like that. My love for you is not in anticipation of your blessings. Your love for me is not in anticipation of my service or my love. You love me unconditionally. What makes you think I also don't love you unconditionally? You love me unconditionally. I also love you unconditionally. If I should place conditions upon my love, then I will not be a devotee anymore. I will be merely a trader. I will be merely a merchant, a businessman. I am trying to trade my love for some benefits from you. Sorry, Bhagavan, my love is not for sale. Bhagavan looking at Bhagavan, he says, my love is not for sale. Ashasano naiva bhrityaha swaminyashisha atmanaha na swami bhrityataha swamyamichan yorati chashishaha. The one who serves another for the sake of getting favors from him is not a true servant. And the one who bestows favors upon a servant with the view of securing more service out of him is also not a true master. Here I am a true servant, you are a true master. There is no give and take between us. No give and take. You are anyway looking after me, I am anyway loving you, let things stay as it is. No gifts, no need. Bhagavan romba dharma sankadama poiduthu. Bhagavan was in a quandary. Bhagavan said, hey, listen, between you and me, we are both men, so I'll tell you something. The real reason why I'm asking you, ask na, if I go without giving anything to you, aathala mami irka. If I go back home, Mrs. Narayana is there, Mahalakshmi. She will say, na, koyandhukku enna koduthaal? She said, what did you give for the boy? Na? No, I didn't give anything, na, I will get into trouble. Later on, when you get married, you will know. நீ பாட்டு வரும்ப கையை வீசின்னு போவேன், அவருக்கு எதாவது கொண்டு போக வேண்டாமா அப்படின்னு நம்ம கேட்போம் இல்லையா? Most men, in my experience, I have seen most men don't have a clue. I have seen men before marriage, they will come empty handed to your house, eat and go away. அண்ணா வந்து திண்டு போடும். இந்த பேச்சுலர்ஸ் எல்லாம் பார்த்துருக்கீங்களோ, படையெடுக்கும், திரும்பி வீட்டுக்கு வரும். Because they are alone, they will look around to see whose house, whose cooking is nice. அவன் ஒரு வார்த்தை come whenever you want ன்னு வாய் வார்த்தைக்கு சொல்லியிருப்பா பாவம். Out of cordiality, out of courteousness, out of politeness, they will say you come whenever you want. அது வேத வாக்கு. They will take it down as though it is gospel truth. I will go whenever I want. Whenever I am hungry, I will go. இப்போ நின்னுடும். இவாத்துல இவ வரலன்னா இவ எதையோ மோன்ஜான் பண்ணி சாப்பிட்டுடுவா. If nobody comes that day, something they will adjust, they will make some curd rice and have it also. இது வந்து நிற்கும் பிரம்மச்சாரி. என்ன பண்ணி தொலைகிறது, இதுக்கு வர அன்னம் போடணுமே, அதுக்காக யாராவது cook something. இது போய் நின்னுடும். And how will it go? Empty handed it will go. Go empty handed, come full stomach. Same fellow gets married. With his wife, when he comes, he'll bring fruits, bring chocolate, bring something. இது வரைக்கும் ஒன்று கொண்டுறாது, தரித்திரம் வருமா வரும், திண்டு மாத்திரம் போயிடும். கல்யாணம் ஆயிடுத்தோன்னா, once he gets married, somehow that ஞானம் will, that is why wife is required sometimes. Grihalakshmi அவ. She knows, she will, even to her own parents' house, she will not go empty handed. பார்த்துருக்கேளோ? ஒரு பூ பழம் வாங்கிட்டு போவோம். If you are going to your house, you will just go to your house. Whenever we visit, no, we will go to our mother's house. தானே சும்மா போவோம். If the wife comes along, she will get something for the mother-in-law also. Similarly, when she goes to her own parents' house also, she will buy something. யாராத்துக்கு போனாலும் they will want to give something. அதனால Bhagavan says, you are not married, so you don't understand all these problems. Afterwards, you will know. If I go without giving anything to you, I will be in trouble. அதனால save me, ask me something அப்படின்னா பகவான். அப்போ பிரகலாதா showed what it is to be a real devotee. यदि दास्यसि मे कामान् वरां स्वं वरदर्षभा. Bhagavane, I understand where you are coming from. You are Varadaraja. You are the king of giving boons to everybody. அதனால you also have a reputation to keep. Therefore, you are insisting that I should accept some boon or the other from you. All right. When you are saying so much as a servant, I cannot oppose you. I will ask for a boon. I will ask for a boon. Bhagavan became happy. Abadana. Mudinjithu oru valiya in the adventure. What do you want now? Kamanam hridya asamroham bhavatastu vriniye varam. Give me the boon that no desires ever arise in my heart to ask you for a boon. Give me such a boon that no desires will ever arise in my heart that I should seek something from you. அப்படி ஒரு வரம் கொடு. கேளா வரம் அருள்வாயின்னு சொன்னான். உன்னை கேட்காத வரத்தை கொடு. Give me the boon that I will never have any desires to ask you. Now Bhagavan laughed out loudly. I cannot win against you. You have won. வாடா, என்ன அழகா வின் பண்ணிவிட்டடா நீ. Bhagavan says to him, Parama Bhagavata like you, how can desires even arise in your heart? What kind of a boon is this? Something else. உடனே சொன்னான், என்னது பிடுங்கிறாரே இவர், வரவரான்னு வரம்னு வரவரான்னு பிடுங்கிறாரே இவர். My father, Hiranyakashipu, committed all kinds of offenses against you, against Devas, against Vedas, against the Brahmanas, against the cows, etc. For the sins that he has committed, he will attain a terrible plight. Please forgive him for all his sins. Bhagavan said, what is there to forgive? The moment he had you as the son, all his sins have been forgiven. He has been purified. Nothing to forgive for there also. That is also not a boon I can give you. Bhagavan, all right, no boon. Forget it. There is no boon that I can really give you because not asking is already natural in you. So how can I give you that which you already have? Let it be. From this point onwards, you rule over in your father's stead, become the king, not merely of this Rajyam, not merely of this kingdom, but for the entire kingdom of devotees. Bhakta Samrajyamnu irukke, adukku needanda Chakravarti. You are the eternal emperor of the empire of devotees everywhere in this world for all times to come. Bhagavane children, Bhagavan himself says, the stories of your holiness, the story of your bhakti, whoever narrates this will themselves be purified. Whoever remembers you chanting this hymn of yours, remembering you and me. If you remember Prahlada, you have to remember Bhagavan. It is impossible to remember Prahlada and not Bhagavan. If you remember Prahlada, automatically you will remember Bhagavan. You may forget Bhagavan, but if you remember Prahlada, he is part and parcel of it. He who remembers you and me will certainly attain me. There is no doubt about this. Abdina Bhagavan said gave a varam to him, gave a boon to him. Ascend to the throne, resign your mind to me, perform all your duties as advised by the Brahmanas who will be assisting you. Ultimately, you will always be with me and reach me. Abdina Bhagavan gives him a boon. Brahma comes there and praises the Lord and finally says, Etadva puste bhagavan dhyayatah paramatmanah sarvato goptra santrasan mrityorapi jigam satahan. That is where the worship of Narasimha comes from. Brahma says, Lord, whoever worships this extraordinary form of yours will be freed from the fear of death. They will be freed from the fear of death. Those who meditate upon you, they will be protected everywhere, wherever they are, from all kinds of fear. Santrasat mrityorapi jigam satahan. Even the fear of death will not touch them. They will always be protected by you in all ways. Abdinnu Brahma praises the Lord. Ibdiya Narasimha Avataram comes to a close. Bhagavan takes his extraordinary avataram in order to keep up the promise that he has given to the devotee, to keep up the words of the devotee. Bhagavan appeared in this extraordinary form. One of the most important avatars is Narasimha Avataram. It finds a place even in Upanishad. Narasimhatapani Upanishad, there is even an Upanishad in the name of Narasimha. Narasimha Murti represents Parabrahman itself. It's a very unique form that even Advaitis worship and meditate upon, because Bhagavan represents that absolute coming together of all incongruities. The opposites are all present in one form. Everything that happened was neither night nor day. What is the symbolism of that? It is transcending the dualities of this world. Adanala Bhagavan and Narasimha form represents that Advaita Brahman, Parabrahman that. Adanala those who meditate upon that Parabrahman, those who worship that Parabrahman, with that love, that kind of love that Prahalada shows for. In the Prema Patela, see the love that he had. Sada Harinama Sankirtanam, constantly immersed in Bhagavan. That was all the gunas that we saw, but ultimately we learn that the Atma Tattva that was enshrined in him by Narada was what gave rise to such purity of love in him. And in the end, the final credential for that love comes when Bhagavan himself asks, what do you want? And he says, nothing, I don't want anything. I do not wish for anything. All I want is to love you and serve you for all times to come, without expecting anything from you. That is what he told the boys also. Without desire pray to Hari, without desire worship Hari. He lived it in his entire life. As per Bhagavan's command, seated as he was on Bhagavan's lap, Simha Asanam. Bhagavan's hand was kept upon his head. Abhaya Hastam was like the crown upon his head. Bhagavan's tears of joy were the waters that were anointing his head as a Rajyabhishekam. He was coronated as the emperor of all of us bhaktas. If we are devotees today, our emperor, eternal emperor, is Prahlada. When the listing of Parama Bhagavatas are made, first name is Prahlada Narada Parashara. First name in Parama Bhagavatas is Prahlada. His guru comes after him. Prahlada Narada Parashara Vyasan. The first Bhagavata is Prahlada. Even his Guru Narada is remembered only after remembering Prahlada. That is the state that Bhagavan has given to little Bhakta Prahalada. And for having listened to this story, for having been given this great good fortune to relive these moments with Bhagavan and with Prahalada, we are most thankful to the Lord. Yeah. No matter how many times we listen to this Prahalada Charitram, it moves us each time. How many times have we not heard the story? Bhagavatatala we've heard it so many times. Prahalada Charitram alone I have gone and done. I've done it in Sydney, I've done it in Perth, I've done it in Brisbane, we've done it here. 7 days Saptaham we did only on Prahalada Charitram once. But in spite of it, each time it feels as though it is fresh, each time it feels as though it is new, as interesting and as enchanting as ever. Sarvatra Govindanam Sankirthanam. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayam, sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kachid dukkhabhag bhavet, loka samastah sukhino bhavantu, loka samastah sukhino bhavantu, loka samastah sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Sai Ishwararpanamastu.